What up, y'all? How's everybody doing? Happy Thursday, y'all. Welcome back to Box'em Office Hours. We say it all the time, but we're live every Monday at 5, every Tuesday and Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern. So always good to see you guys. Let us know how Q4 is kicking off for you as you're hopping on in here. I've been seeing some awesome early results. I'm sure you have as well, Miles. Anything sticking out to you so far?
Yeah, I mean, so I personally this year have invested a lot more time into tracking down auto on gate products, just working with students and everything, just the way markets changed over the past couple of years and everything, and I continue to learn more and more just how much stuff out there if you actually look for it, if you actually hit apply to sell and request approval, which you can easily go ahead and do, right? A lot of stuff does become auto on gate, right? But where a lot of people go wrong, right, is they think that if something says you have to click apply to sell, that it's gated. You have to hit apply to sell and request approval to actually see if it's gated right there. And that's a big mistake a lot of beginner sellers make, is neglecting that and thinking that if it says apply to sell, it's gated automatically. No, you got to hit apply to sell and request approval to go ahead and gauge that. Yeah, the nice thing is I can see the chat now.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I couldn't.
I was testing. I didn't. It like covers up your whole face to put chat on screen.
Oh,
So.
it does. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
What's up, y'all? What's up? Bait?
Oh,
Good to see you, man. Yeah, I think you have a new username or something. I recognize the profile.
He's on Twitter
picture.
often. I think his name's either Nathan or Simon. I can't remember. But yeah, you always putting out good
Appreciate
stuff.
you, Miriam. Yeah, that's I have that YouTube plaque in the mail here before too long. Appreciate all you guys. I popped into the stream yesterday as well.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, lots of Q4 fun still to be had. At least as far as profit goes, that's kind of the other big thing at this point. There's like a week, maybe 10 days of like actual buying left, and then after that it's all about making your stuff that's actually still in your inventory as profitable as possible. So
yeah,
something I'm testing this year is I usually have like started to trickle prices down a little bit by now, which I'm thinking might have been a mistake.
Totally don't have to this year.
Especially this year. It seems like the seller counts on a ton of listings are a lot lower. Just probably as a result of Amazon being actual work now. Still very worth it, but it is actual work, and yeah, it's reducing the competition for sure.
You want to pop me up here, Warner? Pull up a couple examples here. So like Warner was saying, right, this time of year is really good for merchant fulfilling products, but there's a couple of things you need to know before merchant fulfilling stuff. So the nice thing is that with FBM, there's no FBA fees. So especially products that are below 20 bucks, but below or above $20 or above 15 bucks, but below £1, a lot of those tend to be more profitable FBM. And then there's also not as complicated a labeling process with FBM too, right? So literally for FBM, you can get free shipping labels just on the UPS website, boxes from Uline or Walmart in bulk for cheap. And then my favorite stuff to sell tends to be in poly mailers, right? And 12 by 9 or 9 by 12 and 12 by 15 ones tend to be the best sizes right there. So in terms of, shipping slides for beginner sellers, that tends to be the go-to right there, nice and easy, right? And then a very, very big thing you need to go ahead and look at in respect to deciding whether or not to go after a product this time of year for FBM, right, is going down in the Keepa and hitting data and then buy box statistics right here and seeing if there's FBM sellers that are getting buy box, right? Which in this case, there are not. So this is not an FBM friendly product. Everything is automatically FBA friendly, right? But then this item here, if we go down this gorgeous chart here and hit data and then buy box.
That's a great, pull that back up real quick.
Yeah.
That price history. If you guys see that is money. Like the buy box going away, the seller count going. I mean, it's going back up now because people saw it's like a good item, but
it's pumping, man. Yeah, the demand. I mean,
you see that the price going up to the point where the buy box is low, and I think Chris was saying this on Monday. Like buy box suppression. I like how he's putting it like buy box suppression being like Amazon almost telling you that it's profitable somewhere else. So I like to see that kind of thing there.
Yeah, completely right. And if we take a look at this product and we scroll down to the FBM calculator on SellerAmp, I bet you, this item here is substantially, like literally 6-7%, $1.50 here, more profitable per sale than selling at FBA, right? So that's very, very important right there, right? And then hitting data and then buy box stats on Keepa, we can see this specific item, there are tons of people that are FBM in this here.
Yeah, it's
right?
like 1 minute ago, 3 hours ago, 4 hours ago. Like,
yeah,
looks like it's almost all going FBM sellers now.
Yeah, to see who's getting sales quickest and most frequently, right? You can go down here and hit last one and see who's gotten buy box, most frequently there, which is really helpful too. Yes, that's very, very helpful as well too.
Sweet. Some questions on Instagram here said, Zach said, are you guys choosing Amazon? Do you leverage TikTok and Walmart as well? I sell on Walmart and actually started selling like a little bit of stuff on Temu as well, which is kind of interesting. Just testing the waters there, but pretty much all Amazon and Walmart. And then you need like an eBay store or something like that
for returns. Facebook Marketplace you can use too, but Amazon's really the cash cow in respect to volume. But especially for 2026, guys, it makes a ton of sense to look into potentially selling on Walmart too. And right now we have free beta of SellerAmp for Walmart, which is at wamp.com. So WAMP.com. Right there, we typically say get a free trial of SellerAmp. The nice thing is you don't even need a free trial. Yeah, WAMP is just free period in beta. Right there.
So that's like how you'll like source products and stuff for
Walmart. Very good question here from Biontheos. Cool name as well. Hey, for sourcing FBA, how can I determine if something is profitable since shipping cost varies? The nice thing is FBA shipping cost varies significantly less than FBM shipping cost, and SellerAmp already takes it into account, right? So I'll pull up an example here of what I mean by that, right? Because this is one of the first things I do with all my students too, is literally just make sure that they have this stuff correct right here. So
shipping cost for FBA is usually super consistent, by the way.
Super consistent.
Usually I would say FBM varies a lot more.
Yes. Yep. Spot on right there. Yeah. Right. I might have worded that wrong when I said it, but yeah, the cool thing is you plug in on SellerAmp here in the settings, right? And you put 80 cents per pound, it automatically calculates this in right here. Right. So we know for a fact that this is something that is, we can see that this is already calculated in here. So this number you see here, say we paid 50 cents for this, we would make, tons of money, obviously, right? This is after the shipping, after the fees, after the sales tax, that literally all that, right? So SellerAmp does the heavy lifting for you guys in respect to this. You just have to make sure you have your SellerAmp settings right. And this is literally the first thing I do with all my students when we get on one-on-ones is make sure these settings are correct, because a lot of you guys accidentally count sales tax twice, right? A lot of you guys accidentally add shipping again, right? And you don't need to.
Yep, sweet. Lots of good questions here. Let's see. A couple of you guys on Instagram. Yeah, if you're just asking about like the basic, like how to find products, that kind of thing, that's just going to be storefront stocking. We both made a ton of videos on that. I made a video on Monday that you can check out on that. I'm sure Miles has a video recently. Just look up auto ungated sourcing as well. That's kind of the bare basics there. Sweet. Lots of good questions today. Let's make sure we get everybody here. Let's see. Can you look into restricted categories when you first start sourcing products? As long as it says apply to sell, you can basically consider it ungated already, as long as you can buy enough units and it's from like a legit retailer. So if you can get it from like Lowe's, Home Depot, anything like that. One thing I'll say is like if you buy from Walmart, their invoices tend to have a little bit lower success rate. I get that question a lot. It does work, but it's just because of how they format it. Yeah,
it's gonna hit, and we know that for a fact. Otherwise, so many of these Walmart brands.
I've used it before. It just it takes more submissions. I get that question the most often. Yeah. So ideally, I like to use Target or just a random website I've already bought it.
Target's the best. Target's definitely the most ideal one.
Yeah, for sure. See, trying to get lots of things saying they're not taking applications. Yeah, so that just means no one can sell those right now. So you can just focus on auto ungates and stuff that does let you apply. Yeah. Let's see. What about new offer count and if reviews raise? That's usually good. Yeah, reviews going up obviously is like a good sign of sales happening. I'm usually a much bigger fan of if the price is fluctuating a lot or if the new seller count is fluctuating a lot. It's pretty much a guarantee that it is selling. But if reviews are going up, that's also another good indicator, as well as just the estimated sales on SellerAmp and that kind of thing. But reviews I like the least because it's open to like some statistical anomalies. Usually it's like 1 in every 100 to 200 products get reviewed. Yeah. And you got to think about what happens if 5 people in a row happen to leave a review, right? You're going to think it sells way faster than it actually does. Sweet. Appreciate you. Oh yeah, Miles is next for sure there. Gotta get some matching YouTube plaques there.
Yeah, bro. Scott always be asking really good questions right there. Yeah, shout out Scott.
This is a great question here.
Oh, my dog Krishan in the building. What up, Krishan? Hey, we can bring out the meme from a couple years ago. You dragged that up, boy. You dragged that up, right? So the way I like to think about it, right, and this is a great question for this time of year because there's tons of extra profit available, right, is that if something's selling well and you're getting a lot of buy box, just raise the price $1 and then go refresh the listing in an hour and check the buy box stats on Keepa and see if you still have buy box. You probably still do, right? And basically just see how high you can keep getting it. And the nice thing is when you raise your price, it's going to trigger other people's repricers and they're going to go up with you. And everyone is going to, significantly benefit right there. So, yeah.
Yeah. The main things you'll want to, like the easiest way to do that is with a repricer. Pretty much all repricers will let you raise your price in the middle of the night. There's no, like, you should be doing that every day. Okay, every day at 2 a.m., all of our prices go up by 10%. Because then especially listings with one or competitor, they're going to bring the price up. Listings with, a handful, the listing price probably comes up as well. Another thing you could do that's really smart, especially if you plan on restocking, is set a repricing rule where if you have 5 units or 2 units or 100 units, if that's like if it's a really fast selling item that might be a low quantity left, set that to start raising the price and get more aggressive on profit so you can stay in stock while you work on restocking and stuff as well. But yeah, a lot of that's just going to come down to your repricer, especially this time you test those higher prices, even just manually go in and raise it by $1, see if the buy box rotates to you, that kind of thing.
Exactly, especially something you're pumping heavily. Right, especially something you're pumping heavily. Oh, yeah. Right there. Krishan, man, shoot me a school message, dude. I'm excited. Krishan's been basically like a ghost sniper for like a year, right there. I want to get to know you more, man. Thank you guys for helping me through all this time I've been selling on Amazon. Let's go, man. Go work right there.
So hello, guys. 4K profit. That's what's up. Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's a legit job there, and then it's only up from there.
So I was helping Daniel with something earlier. So Daniel basically his FBM listings aren't featured offer eligible. Only one of them is, which is rare. Like I'd say probably 95% is sorry.
Yeah, that's super weird.
It never happens. It very, very rarely happens, right? But at the same time, throughout your Amazon seller career, you're gonna run into stuff like needing to fix listing suppressions. Not in terms of no buy box. No buy box is fine, but like search suppressed, the listing being screwed up. And these are things where basically you just have to work with Amazon Seller Support, which sucks to do, but you just do it. And then once you get it, basically you're good to go right there. So the nice thing is the vast majority of guys won't ever have to worry about featured offer eligible. But if you do run into an issue like that, make a post on the seller forums, get in contact with seller support. And you just have to get the right person and they can go ahead and fix it for your account.
Yeah. In general, try to get on the phone with seller support if you can.
Yes.
It's a lot more helpful. What's up, Kim? It'll be the recording will be up on YouTube. I'm not exactly sure how Facebook stream works. I see you're on Facebook there, but I assume you'll be able to rewatch it there. If not, you can check out the YouTube channel there. See, Zach, you're asking about how do you get approved to sell some hazmat items? Yeah, so hazmat's just like a wait list on Amazon. So if you just search like dangerous goods in the top bar, like where you search for whatever setting or that kind of thing you're trying to change, you'll get on the wait list there. And from what I've heard, the wait list is a lot shorter than it used to be. No, I waited like a year to get approved. But I've heard some beginners are getting approved like same week.
At what point should you invest in repricer? So my typical answer with that is like 5 to 10 ASINs. But the nice thing is you can do the repricer free trial world tour. You know what I mean? Like some legendary sellers have started with that and everything, right? And just kind of test out a bunch of different ones right there. But probably like 5 to 10 ASINs. But really what you're most looking for as a beginner seller in terms of building initial momentum is getting, 10, 15 FBM listings up this time of year, and then finding a few sellers to, start to work intimately with. Like we were talking about this earlier today with a few of the folks that help out at SellerAmp, right? Or one of the guys that helps out at SellerAmp. And we were just talking about how beneficial the community side of things is and how it's a kind of thing where it's just a drastically different world for the Amazon sellers that just have a business where they just work on stuff on the computer by themselves late at night, lonely. And the sellers that are active in our Facebook group, active in our free Discord, maybe invest in some coaching or mentorship too, right? And just get around other Amazon sellers that are in the mix. You get stuff answered quicker. You have more fun. You have more confidence and more certainty on taking actions on different things. And it's really just a drastically different experience.
Yeah. I mean, it's the difference of trying to run a a boring business, move numbers on paper rather than like having some fun with a friend or two doing a hobby, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is right
If you
there.
just look at it as a hobby you do with friends, it becomes a lot
Yeah,
less magical.
Yeah, bro. Like as human beings, we pretty much only do stuff we like. The stuff we really enjoy, it's almost always just with people we like, right? And everyone got to agree with that, right? But then everyone tries to make money online completely on their own. When there's this beautiful thing called the internet, which is free, where you can find people to connect and work with and everything, and it basically just takes choosing to change that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, sweet. Keep the questions rolling here. Good vibes today for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of you guys obviously getting going and that kind of thing. If you guys check the descriptions down below, we both have a ton of good like free resources for you guys as well. Free course, all the trials to all the software you need, all that kind of stuff. So make sure you check out all the free resources and all that good stuff down below. Let's see. If a person finds an item, profits $5 with FBM without any FBM costs. Yeah, if you don't plug any costs, like that $5 is like, I would say like $4 like the minimum you're going to pay to ship an item. So yeah, I mean, unless you're buying it for 50 cents, I wouldn't really touch that. Yeah, usually your pre FBM costs, if it doesn't say 8 or more, it's pretty rarely going to be profitable.
Yeah, and there's interesting math on that, right? In that the sweet spot for a good FBM item is typically under £1 and above 15 or $20, because under £1 typically means that you can ship it in a poly mailer, which totally decreases or is significantly less weight than a box, obviously, right? And everything. So that's a sweet spot, and good thinking on the FBM cost thing, right there. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Do you recommend hiring a VA to do the sourcing and ungating? If you're asking the question, probably not. When you get to the point in your business where it's like, man, I have, an extra 20 grand I should be spending every month and I'm just running out of time. I know exactly where I'd spend the time, but the 9 to 5 is keeping me busy. I want to make sure I have time for my kids, that kind of thing. And it's not I don't know how to spend this 20 grand, then yeah, hire some help. If it is, just don't use like hiring somebody to band-aid your lack of knowledge. Use it to kind of make, extend your knowledge into somebody else basically, and kind of guide them along the way.
Oh, good question from Tawana here. It says, what does it mean when the max cost is a negative price? So it pretty much always means that that's an item under $10 in most cases, right? And basically SellerAmp defaults to a $3 profit minimum per unit. So it's mathematically impossible to make $3 plus profit on like a $7 product on Amazon. But spending $1 to make $1 is probably worth it, right? So you just got to keep that in mind right there. But you will run into items occasionally where it's like it's all FBM people, and it weighs above £1. Those are drop shipping items, right? It's something I see a lot of beginners run into often, right? Is that is those really heavy things, right? That are 2 pounds, 3 pounds, 4 pounds. Like every dog food thing on Amazon is people doing fraud labels or drop shipping right there. So like,
yeah.
Or
basically. Like another good one that's all fraud is like the AC filters, those like the big giant ones.
Everything like that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like the whole detergent market, right? Because it's cheap.
Yep.
But it's heavy.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to pay $3 in FBA shipping, but the guy who's breaking the rules drop shipping, is able to do it. And with all these like good questions and stuff, make sure you guys are also referencing the Boxum AI as well. So with Q4 here, say you're a new seller, you don't know how to change your FBM shipping templates, you just got a shipment and you didn't make money after it's all said and done, right? You can literally just go into the Boxum AI and it's going to tell you exactly where to go, what to change the prices to, all this kind of stuff. Kind of goes the next level over any like Google search or anything like that you can make, because this is all trained to be an Amazon seller, and it can also source things for you as well. So like, let's say you want some auto engage to start with, it'll give you some starting points. Or I'll even like say, hey, where's this? I want this item. Where is it cheapest? And it'll compare all the options and include gift cards and all that kind of stuff. So make sure you guys check out Boxum as well, just for the AI, but also shipments and analytics and all that kind of stuff. Sweet. Shipping cost applies for any state. Yes, as long as your shipping template is set up correctly.
That's
so that'd be a good thing to go in there and ask Boxy, right? Is hey, what what state should I set 5 to 8 day shipping on? What state should I set 2 to 3 day shipping? That kind of thing. Yeah, it's a good kind of personal resource for you there.
About the shipping with Boxam, put that to work for sure. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right there, Jim Body Benz's FBA Minecraft channel in the cut. Right there. I was actually thinking about today. We'll probably do that next week. So this is a good question from Andy. Andy says, for someone like me, I kind of understand sourcing and don't have much time to do sourcing. Would it be considered to hire one overseas? It's gonna be like $2 to $3 an hour. They're probably not gonna be good if they're $2 or $3 an hour, but I've seen crazier things though, right? Yeah. Like I've seen crazy things.
If you have plenty of money, then you can take a shot.
Like I completely agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, if you have plenty of money and time is the limiter and you want to throw $400 and you're okay with literally making $0 off of that, and maybe it goes well, then go for it. If that $400 is like, man, I need that for inventory, then probably not. Let's see. Do you recommend using prep centers to get accounts with suppliers who only ship to commercial? That's a great way to do it, Christian. Yeah.
Spot on, man.
Yeah. You're spot on, man. Sometimes they will ship to like residential though. I've had some semis rolling through. I had some semis rolling through my my neighborhood back in the day. Yeah.
Was a pallet.
He still has pallets showing up at the house.
Bro, he probably had about an 1,100 or 1,500. No, dude. I grew up in a 1,500 square. Dude, like a small house, right? Nothing wrong with the small house, but he was, he was 24 at the time or whatever, 25.
Was it just, like just his like
square foot house,
post like fresh out of college house that he's filling?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
That's what you love to see right there.
BWC. Are we cooking at Amazon to Amazon? Talk to us, BWC. What are we buying right now?
For sure. What's up? Nicholas said, do other sellers pretend they have 100 for their inventory just to win more buy box? No. So if you tell, like, you can't pretend that you have inventory unless it's FBM, and quantity doesn't affect buy box rotation for FBM. It only affects buy box rotation for FBA because you're in more warehouses. So not necessarily, Nicholas. But you are spot on. If you buy 100 or something, you're going to make a little bit more sales than somebody who only has 10 at the warehouses, just because you're probably in 12 states and they might be in 3.
Oh, by the way, Warner, we have a new record. So Steven has been dethroned as the best student ever. There's a guy in the roadmap and everything who's done 1.9 mil first 10 months, almost completely anonymously too. He's been living in his warehouse.
That's what's up. Wait, who is it?
Yep. He's so private. I don't even know if he'd want his name shared. I'll show you though.
Okay. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. He literally did double what I did my first year, and I did over 1 mil. Right there, but he's been living in his warehouse just for efficiency.
Hey, I mean,
in the Midwest, yeah, seriously, gangster stuff.
I mean, yeah, you live in the warehouse and you make probably $400K, gross profit, maybe 350 after it's all said and done, like in your pocket. I mean, who wouldn't do that for a year?
Yep. Oh, dude, Krishan, for sure, dude. Yeah, Krishan, all those options on cardbear.com are going to be legit, bro. Yeah, all those ones on cardbear.com are going to be legit.
Yeah. I do tend to buy a ton from GCX, but it's just because they tend to be like one of the cheaper options. And Card Cash. Also, a quick PSA, like if you guys are going crazy on gift cards, as you should, you'll get an email saying, hey, don't buy anymore unless you submit this information. That's totally normal. Those websites are totally cool with resellers. They just don't want somebody running in with a stolen credit card. So just tell them you're a reseller and get in the bulk program. A lot of times you can also just email their support as well and say, hey, I buy a bunch.
Hit up my dog, Tom at cardcash.com. Yeah, hit up my dog right there. Now, have I not responded to his last 2 emails by accident? Yes. Is that still the boy right there? Yes. And he'll be happy to get your bulk gift card business.
Let's see, how do you guys handle bookkeeping and taxes? Yeah, so just box them for like all your Amazon expenses, and then you can use like a QuickBooks for everything else, or if it's most of the time it's pretty simple, you can just log all your other expenses on an Excel sheet, combine that together, and hand it off to a CPA at the end of the year. It's pretty much always going to be worth it to hand it off to somebody else. It should only cost you, $500 or $600 to get it all prepped for you and get it done right.
Oh, dude, Andy, if you're still looking for your first sale, it's not time to hire VAs. Yeah.
Oh yeah, not at all.
Yeah.
Trying to right now, FBM is definitely the way to go, because there's, what would you say, like conservatively 10 to 20,000 things right this second that you could have shipped to your house that would be FBM eligible. if not 100,000. Like I can guarantee you there's 10,000 items right now that are profitable.
Oh, dude, 100%. Yeah.
That you could ship to your house and FBM them during
Yeah,
kind of
most
the peak
times
of Q4.
sales tax permit or reseller's license, depending on state, will take like 1 to 2 weeks. But it sounds like in your case, the one it's taking longer right there. Any tips for winning buy box? Use a repricer, have your settings set up to ship as quick as you can live or as quick as you can do based on your lifestyle, which some people just have more time available than others. And it's neither here nor there. There's, just depends on your schedule. Right there, and then staying in stock too. Not avoiding selling out. Avoiding selling out is bad energy, right? But just buying more stock of stuff naturally is going to give you, you're just going to have more trust in the algorithm, right? Amazon definitely gives that. We don't formally know like the equation or anything, right there, but yeah.
Yep. See, how long does it take to get your reseller license? That depends on your state. So it sounds like you might just have a little bit of a bureaucratic state there. Some of them you get it instantly. Sweet. Yeah, how do you do 1.9 in 10 months? Like Miles said, the dude's living in the warehouse.
Well, living in the warehouse. I mean, it's very significant, obviously, lifestyle change there. Yeah, he's a legend, though, man. Yeah.
And usually, pretty much every single person that we've talked to that does those like $1 million first year, $2 million first year, that kind of thing, they're going crazy on like 10 to 20 products. It's not even like an insane amount of sourcing. It's sourcing until you find those like home run products. It's typically what you'll see like the super fast growth off of, as well as a lot of FBM.
Yeah. We have a 2-week money back guarantee on the roadmap. Yeah.
That could also be true BWC. Could also very, very likely. Yes.
Yeah. Categories. Just start out on AutoEngate products, honestly. Yeah. Just start out on AutoEngate products right there. Yeah. So Andy, like watch the video I posted yesterday, man. That's going to be the blueprint for you on finding good AutoEngates. Yeah.
For sure. Is the roadmap a guarantee? I mean, we can't guarantee the amount of money you'll make or anything like that, but we do have a money back guarantee.
Who you are, you know what
I mean? Yeah. I have never seen somebody who puts in daily effort for a year and actually does the work not make money. That's what I can tell you. But if you hop in the community, the paid community, that kind of thing, and don't like it, you can get your money back as well. Just shoot us a message. Let's see. At some point, Justin. Let's see. Any advice when you go to the store to source? Usually you'll just kind of naturally gravitate towards like categories that you've been looking at before. So especially if you've done some online sourcing and like a certain niche you're decent at or something like that, I would start from there if you can. Other than that, just start scanning away, and over time it'll start to click. And the first time you go in and scan stuff, you might hit on one in every 50 things you scan. But I was looking like last time I went to the store. Just making some videos and that kind of thing. I scanned like 100 and something items, and we found like 40 or 50 examples that were like really close to interesting or were profitable. So like the amount of things you scan that aren't good really goes down the more you look at stuff.
Yeah, beyond Theos, you can just do a bunch of orders there. How do you know a listing has too many sellers? However many is making the price go down, right? So there's great listings with 100 sellers, terrible listings with 2 sellers, and it just all depends on what the trend is looking like. Right there. So yeah, appreciate all the good energy today, guys. We do these a lot. Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday, Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern. And then make sure you subscribe to both of our channels and the Boxem channel, right, for a lot more stuff, especially with 2026 coming up. We're going to have a lot of basic tutorials coming up for you guys that are just getting going. But for now, this good time of the year, Q4, you have a chance to make a lot of progress fast with how FBM friendly stuff is right now, right? So check out Warner's recent videos, check out my recent videos, and get a 2-week free trial of Boxem, especially for listing, shipping, analytics, and the AI assisting component of Boxy as well.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
and so go watch some. Oh yeah, go watch some breaking down Empire highlights too.
We were breaking down like how to use the AI and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, go pop into Boxem and have it help you do some sourcing and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, what up, Joe?
Andrew Nemhart and Colin Gillespie, you need to be studying undersized guards and their performance in modern NBA. See y'all later.
Awesome. See you guys.